Sagittarius friends, welcome to your August 2023 tarot reading. I am Kate Smith-Kors. I'm a Reiki master and a tarot intuitive, and these are the collective messages for you. So to start off with some lighthearted energy, what you need to know for your August, I wanted to give you an affirmation, and it says, I embrace the unknown. I love how it has the roller coaster on here, so some of you could be visiting a theme park in the month of August or going to a vacation where maybe that's one of the attractions is various theme park rides, but also I think that there's a call for adventure. I embrace the unknown. Life can feel like a roller coaster of unexpected curves and sudden drops, but this is the nature of the ride. The magic happens in the unknown, so throw your hands into the air and surrender to it. You might not understand why you are picking up speed or slowing at each turn, but know everything you experience is preparation for the next phase. So this is also about letting go of the control. Surrendering, throwing your hands up in the air. It's like even when you're driving and you go up a hill and then you start to go down and you get that little whoosh in your stomach. I see you just having fun with it, Sagittarius. So I think that that's totally your energy too. You just have such a playful side and the ability to be really lighthearted and spontaneous. And I love that about you. So absolutely. I embrace the unknown. So I have a couple more cards here that I want to talk about. This is from the Fairy deck, Fairy Oracle. I can't remember who it's by. It's all right. Not a big deal. I will post links, affiliate links in the description box so that in case you really are liking some of the cards that you're seeing, you'll know where you can get them from. But we have hope. Hope is always there, even if we can't see it. Optimistic expectations can help change a negative situation into a positive one. So some of you might be going through a really difficult time where you're losing hope about a situation or a relationship, or maybe you started your own business and it's not going the way you planned, or maybe you had certain expectations and they're not being met. But what Spirit is saying is life is about the journey, not the destination. So maintain your sense of hope. You're on this journey, you're on this ride. And even if things feel a little bit rocky, there's something to be learned here. There's something to be embraced here. And change and growth can feel very scary, right? That can have these, how do I say this? It's like these fear bubbles. Almost like fizz of a soda when you open up a soda and there's all those like carbonation bubbles and fizz. That's kind of what I'm feeling in my stomach right now as I'm tapping into this energy, is that you know that there's a change coming. You don't know what the ending is necessarily going to look like, but you're hopeful that it's going to end up being for your best and highest good. And I can tell you right now that it is. There's a lot of healing that's happening right now from this. And I love how both of these have rainbows. So you could be seeing a rainbow, or a rainbow could hold a special message for you. This healing card says, now is a time for you to give or receive healing. Everyone has a natural ability to heal others. Yes, even you. So some of you are helpers and healers in some capacity. I see some of you work with animals, or really enjoy being around animals, or interested in animal healing, but also you can be a natural healer without being attuned to any specific healing modality. I don't think people really realize that. They think that, I have to be certified in IET or Reiki or whatever other healing modalities there are, quantum touch. Some people are naturally gifted with healing abilities, and so you can tap into that. A lot of people who are nurses have natural healing abilities and medical intuition too. So some of you could even be medical intuitives. If you're in the medical field, you can just easily tap into your clients or your patients and get a sense of what's going on in their body, even without having tests and certain things done, or even before the tests are done, I should say. Now I'm going to pull some cards to see what's a potential challenge. What is a potential challenge for Sagittarius? 3 of Pentacles in reverse. I'm going to read the top of this card. Not everything is going to resonate for everybody. So please take what resonates, leave the rest for everybody else. And then, of course, if you're interested in a personal reading where you can ask specific questions about you and your life, then you can book on my website, crystallizewithkate.com. I'll leave a link for that in my description box as well. But the 3 of Cups in reverse: gossip, scandal, excess, isolation, loneliness, solitude, imbalanced social life. So some of you have really been avoiding your social life. I feel like some of you are recovering addicts, and you still have friends who are doing the thing that you're trying to get away from. Or even if you're not a recovering addict, it feels like you're trying to step away from certain things. Maybe you have friends that go out and drink every weekend or every weeknight, who knows. But you're trying to avoid either spending the money on that stuff, or it just doesn't make you feel good, because I feel like you're also tapping into your physical body and really taking note of what it's telling you. As you're eating certain foods, as you're drinking certain drinks, you're tapping in to see, how is my body feeling when I put this into me? And if I don't feel good, then that's my sign that this thing isn't good for me. So I'm going to eliminate that. So with that being said, I think that you've isolated yourself a little bit because you've really been tuned into you and your body and your needs. And so that's been to the detriment of your friends a little bit. So maybe you reach out to your friends, see if they want to go hang out and not be doing something that you're trying to get away from. And part of the reason that I talk about trying to get away from something too is because the Devil card is here, and the Devil card is about the chains that bind us. This can be about addictions at times. It says oppression, addiction, obsession, dependency, excess, powerlessness, limitations. So this is also Capricorn energy. There could be a Capricorn in your life. It doesn't, not necessarily doesn't have to be, but I think that there is something that your friends are doing that you are not interested in doing anymore. And obviously this is only going to resonate for some people. So if you still want to hang out with those friends, but not in the capacity that you had been, maybe reach out to them, but make it known that thing, we're not going to do this thing. It's not good for me. Okay, so also this could be saying for some of you, you've been relying too heavily on your friends and using particular substances as a way to numb yourself. So if some of you are going through sadness or grief or depression, you could be using something as like a quick fix, and it's actually going to be really negative for your experience here. Okay. And then we also have the High Priestess in reversed. Repressed intuition, hidden motives, superficiality, confusion, cognitive dissonance. So I feel like some of you are disassociating and distracting yourself from something that you know needs to be done, or a conversation that you know needs to be had. And I feel like you are in kind of a state of avoidance. It's like you know that something needs to change, but you're kind of afraid of that change fully coming in. And so you've been repressing your intuitive knowledge, really. And then that hidden motives, just be careful of, there could be somebody in your friend group who is either very dependent on you, or they want you to be dependent on them, or they really want your friendship to be like the only friendship in your life. And that's very limiting, right? So just be aware if you're in a situation like that. You might have to make some type of decision there. Okay, so now I'm going to use the Rebel deck. This can be a little bit brutal and blunt, but I think that if you need a kick in the butt to get yourself moving past whatever challenges might be coming up for you in the month of August, this can be a good little reminder or boost. Take a fucking trip. Go see some shit. Do some new things. Talk to people cooler than you. And with this, I embrace the unknown. I do think that some of you are traveling in the month of August, even if it's just like, even if it's to somewhere local, just somewhere local that maybe you haven't been before. You're tapping in to other people's gifts. It's like you're seeing what other people have to offer this world and how actually cool and unique other people are. So that feels really good. So that's part of how you can shift out of this. Don't believe every shitty thought you have. Thoughts can be sneaky, lying bastards. So yeah, some of you have definitely been either a little bit depressed or sad or in a state of grief, and your thoughts have not been very kind to you. So Spirit's encouraging you, don't believe every shitty thought you have. They're lying to you. They're trying to keep you small, right? Sometimes our ego especially can keep us small because our ego doesn't want us to fail. Our ego doesn't want us to look bad. Okay, so sometimes that's when those negative thought processes come in. It's actually our ego holding us back. Okay, I'm getting this Light Seers card deck. So now I'm going to tap into, what about your love life? Love, relationships. This could be friendships, partnerships, relationships with family members. Yes, some of you have somebody in your life, or you could possibly be in this energy too. The Seven of Swords, I feel, is representing somebody who is not being fully honest. They're being a little bit sneaky or shady. They're being, they might have some type of hidden motive here. So if you feel like somebody is using you, or if you are maybe using somebody else as like a coping tool. I know that I already said that, but that's coming through again. It's almost like something is right in your face, squawking at you and really bothering you, and you are like trying to avoid it. But with this moonlight here, this is a full moon, it's shining the light down. You are aware, or you're going to become very aware of what you're doing. Six of Pentacles, ask for help, give and receive. You can't always be in a state of giving. You can't always be in a state of receiving. Life is about balance. So I feel like you're getting your friendships, getting your relationships back into a state of flow and balance. That's going to be important. So if somebody is offering to help you and you have not been accepting help from others lately, I would encourage you to embrace that help. Because that's going to be very beneficial for you. Two of Pentacles is another card of balance. And also this could be weighing a decision. I feel like some of you have a very important decision to make, especially because we have the Two of Swords. We have the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. My number 2 cards are my signs for choices. And if the Lover's card pops out at some point, that will definitely validate that there's a choice that needs to be made. And I feel like you're kind of avoiding making that decision. So I almost feel like there's either a conversation that needs to be had about maybe you caught somebody being shady, or maybe you need to come clean about something, but you are you're kind of avoiding that right now. So that's difficult. Overall, it does feel like things are trying to get back in balance. It's going to be important that you allow yourself to be in a state of receiving love, and that you allow yourself to be in a state of vulnerability here, because the vulnerability is going to really be authenticity for you. It's about you being true to you. So now I'm tapping into money, money, money. Queen of Pentacles has come out. This, I feel like there's more of a desire to be independent with your money and finances. So this could be career, money, wealth, abundance in any form really, but you're desiring to be more independent with your money. So some of you, if you are in a relationship or you have kids, I think that you are wanting to be more independent in that capacity, because I think that you're kind of anticipating either a breakup or a divorce or something like that. That's obviously only for some of you, so. But Queen of Pentacles, she's feeling very solid, very secure, very confident, very at peace with her finances, and that feels really good. 8 of Cups. Some of you are stepping away from a job and embracing something that you've been wanting to do for a long time. You had your sights set higher. It's like, some of you are burning bridges and you don't even care. But I feel like a lot of you are leaving on like one final note, and you're stepping away. You're doing one last thing, one last week, one last month, whatever. And then you're stepping away into the sunlight, into some type of dream job or something that you've been wanting to do for a long time. And it's not that your other job didn't pay good or that your other job didn't have coworkers that you liked, but it's that you had your vision, your sights set on something higher, and emotional fulfillment is way more important than any amount of money. And then the 3 of Cups. I feel like even if you leave this old job, that you're still going to maintain a good group of coworkers or a good group of friends, either in your new job, or you'll remain friends with some of your coworkers from your old job. The 3 of Cups, it feels very friendly. I think that your friends are wanting to, like, I see some of you, like, your friends are wanting to take you out for lunch, they're wanting to pay for you, and you're like, no, allow them to do that for you, because you have given so much to them, and they know that you might not be 100% okay with where you're at right now, whether that be in your financial life or relationships or your mental emotional health. Whatever it is, it's like your friends want to be there to support you, so allow them to do that for you as you're going through this. Okay, so now I want to tap into any final messages that Spirit has for you. So I'm going to use the Crystal Spirits Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. So yeah, with finances, it does feel like things are going to be shifting for you. It's like you're desiring to be in a state of solidity, I guess, or consistency when it comes to your finances. You just might need a little bit of help along the way, and definitely follow where your heart is pulling you to go. Pedalite is number 42. That condenses down to the number 6. And 6s are about, to me anyway, they represent our connections, whether that be with our friends or family or community. So I feel like your connection to other people is actually going to be really important in the month of August. So what this card says now, I'm going to dive into the guidebook to read to you what this card means. The essential meaning: witnessing, the observer, an ability to detach, the impersonal quality of the universe. Sometimes life feels too close for comfort. Decisions are difficult to make when you're taking life so personally. This is particularly true for empaths and sensitives. When Pedalite Spirit arrives, it's here to give you the ability to step back and observe with detachment and neutrality. There is a place within you that allows you to observe without emotion. See the world with the perspective of acceptance, trying to change not what you see as external to you, but rather the lens through which you perceive it. So what this is saying is that there's a level of acceptance that needs to happen for this month of August. You're not trying to change the things in your life, but you're changing your perspective about what is going on. So this is about a perspective shift here. Now is the time to step back and observe what is in front of you. You are reacting to something that is triggering you. Or are you overwhelmed by the sheer amount of information that you need to process and the time required to sort things out? Pedalite Spirit reminds you that a clear, detached manner will empower you to understand the true nature of what is in front of you right now and to take your next steps in your own time. So there is a relationship message and a prosperity message with this card as well. So I'm going to tap into that because we did touch on love and money or career. So the relationship message says, there are times when you're emotionally too close to a situation to come to a real conclusion. It's also possible that what is going on can't be seen by analyzing the details and guessing at the motives for someone else's behavior, maybe triggering you. So again, we already talked here about somebody's motives and intentions, and like you're trying to figure that out. So, yeah, right now the way forward is to step back, do nothing, and observe the dynamic between you and the other person. Soon everything will become clear. And by you becoming the observer, you'll find that you didn't really need to do anything to change the situation. It has a life of its own and is offering you a valuable lesson. Sometimes we want to fix something right away when all we're invited to do is to hold space and listen. So again, we have these number 2 cards, the 2 of Swords, where you're wanting to make a decision, but there's something holding you back from moving forward with it. And so Spirit's encouraging you to just be the observer in this situation. It doesn't require you to step in and immediately fix it. The truth will come to light. It most certainly will. Any lies will be exposed. So just sit back and observe, and you'll know what to do when the time is right. Okay, and the prosperity message says, when you get bogged down with all the details and complexities of a situation, it requires patience and the ability to step back and observe the bigger picture at work. When intending abundance, there are times when you think you have all the answers, or you believe you know the how of getting to a goal or outcome, when in fact you don't. The universe must play its part, and that means you don't have to be afraid. Even temporary setbacks will lead to big wins if you avoid reacting to the temporary conditions that arise when you make changes and reach for something greater. There is a saying, new level, new devil. Imagine that relating to your own resistance to greatness. Yes, Pedalite Spirit says to trust and observe and to remind yourself from the position of the observer, everything is interesting. So you are definitely, again, you're being an observer, you're being a witness to these changes that are happening in your life. And I did talk a little bit about this, that you might be afraid of a change that's coming in, but try not to react to these triggers. Try not to react to these changes. Remind yourself, I am excited for this change. I embrace this change. I embrace this adventure. So I hope that these messages resonated for you. If they did, go ahead and hit that like button, comment below, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell for notifications so you know when I post more videos like this. And again, if you want a personal reading, you can book on crystallizewithkate.com. Also, I'm giving away a free reading, so a free 10-minute reading to anybody that wants to comment their name below. So yeah, comment your name below for a chance to win a free 10-minute reading with me, and I will post the winner of that in the end of the September, I guess it would be the September video. Time is flying by. So next month's video, at the end, you will know if you won a free 10-minute reading with me or not, and I will give you the details of how to get that. So I hope you have a beautiful month of August, and I will see you guys later. Hey friends, before you go, make sure that you comment your name below if you'd like to win a free 10-minute reading with me. I will post the winner of this in next month's tarot scope under your sign. So you will know in the September video if you won the 10-minute reading with me. And I will give you the instructions on how to obtain that reading. So leave your comment below if you want to win a free 10-minute reading.